The Kanye West shit.
Kanye West, man, my guy. I very briefly read on it. I don't tend to indulge in social media too much nowadays. I'm very much a kind of guy that has Instagram for about 2 weeks. Scroll when I'm like working from home as well. I do work very hard from home, honestly. But
they're not watching.
Who knows, man?
They're not watching.
But if like my screen time goes up and I'm like, shit, it's not healthy. With social media, I'm very much a kind of guy now that has finally got to a point where I'm very much like, if you're scrolling endlessly, make sure it's people that you're following have some kind of positivity bringing to you, and people that you kind of take some kind of substance.
Taking as a whole.
Is that
I was like Kanye West, and you're like,
yeah, I'm coming on to Kanye, man.
Whatever you do,
I'm coming on to Kanye.
Have positivity in your life.
I'm coming on to Kanye, man.
That's the most important thing.
I'm coming on to Kanye.
Okay, alright, sorry.
I'm not. That sounds weird. I kept repeating. I'm coming on to Kanye.
I'm coming on Kanye.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Happy.
Come on now. Come on.
Alright, go on.
Yeah, so I kind of try to, like, I'm constantly deleting and reinstalling, and then if I find myself kind of slipping, I'm like, fuck this. But so yeah, I don't tend to read that too much. I feel for the guy. I don't know if it's a publicity stunt, or like genuine, but I kind of briefly read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have my own opinion on it, so I won't delve into it too much. But of course,
yeah, no, I was just more like, because the thing is that I feel like everyone's split on it 50-50, where some people are saying he's mentally unwell.
Yeah.
And he's they're just saying like, it's not funny, you shouldn't joke about it. It's not.
That's
like,
my take.
And then you got some people who are saying that he's actually a really fucking smart genius guy, and that he's had enough of storage, or like storing all this information in his head, that he needs to kind of tell. He knows too much basically, and he needs to. Do you know what I mean? Like unload. Bang
on. Me and Ben, by the way, have genuinely not discussed this, but like exactly my opinion. My opinion on it is like, not to try to sound all articulate and shit, but this is genuinely my input on it. But you know, like Van Gogh, like cut his ear off and shit. Like I kind of, because someone said, like, made the comparison, like Van Gogh and Kanye are kind of similar. Like Kanye's going crazy for his art form, and I was like, what does that mean? Like Googled it, and basically Van Gogh, when he was obviously doing his art and whatever, like had a clash, not like a sound clash obviously, with like another guy.
He had a war dog ready.
Sound clash.
Picasso was getting buried.
Popcorn was getting spun up. But so he had a bit of a disagreement, and like was so fucking indulged in his art and whatever, I kind of fell into depression, cut his ear off, obviously mental health. And Kanye is similar in a sense where it's hard for anyone to be kind of under the limelight, of course. I obviously can't speak for myself, but yeah, man, so like the magnitude that he already had like a spotlight on him, and he got married to a fucking Kardashian. And it's like a guy with a mental health condition, I want to say issue, say mental health condition, to have that spotlight on you is just gonna fucking, I can't think of the word, make it worse.
If he's already mentally unwell, all those things are only going to add to it, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
This is the thing that's really like, it's heartbreaking. I'd say heartbreaking. It's just more maybe disappointing.
Yeah.
Is when I was younger, I looked up to Kanye. So when I was a kid coming up,
still do, man.
Elements I do, elements I don't. But I always admired his like confidence. So I always thought the fact that there's that whole thing, is there, like love yourself as much as Kanye, or find someone who loves you as much as Kanye loves Kanye, or whatever it is. But Kanye was so self-confident, so adamant. Yeah.
I'm a polite guy, man.
And he was so adamant of everything he did. He like backed it fully, and I respected that so much.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where it went from confidence, and it went from, do you know what I mean? It went from the whole, I believe in myself, this is my product, whatever, to being a bit deluded. So he was saying things that didn't really make sense, and it was almost, he was ignorant, or he didn't really believe what he was saying. It was more like for shock value. And I don't know where that transition happened with him. So 100%. I don't know where that period happened. And now it's got to the point where you don't know which Kanye, even on his latest song, when he's like, they want to sign a new Kanye, they want me to be Kanye. I call him Kanye. But it's like, I don't know which Kanye which again.
There's two versions, man. There's the version that done all of his previous music and probably still does his music as to now. But he's still the kind of humble, down-to-earth guy. I sound like I know him personally, man, but he's still a good guy, man. I don't know if a lot of people know the background of his story and whatever, and like all the funny history, like of him meeting up with Jay-Z. Like when he first met Jay-Z, he was standing in the studio like, I'm gonna be a fucking star and whatever. So there's still that part, but I think there's the second part that people perceive as negative. And I'm genuinely still very much a fan, because I'm not like, oh fuck this guy, he's too confident, blah blah blah. Basically, people have got to try to understand like his mental state in the aspect where
100%.
He's found so much fame. He's been so successful in music, and then it's like, okay, where do I go from here, man? And it's like, I found my clothing line. Okay, that's great. And don't get me wrong, he says some controversial shit along the way, as always. And from bipolar, it's heightening these emotions. So he's gone from, I'm a musician, I'm doing well, I'm obsessed and I need to do better. Okay, I do a clothing brand. Okay, I need to do better. And now he's found himself trying to be the fucking president.
Yeah.
So these are things that people need to understand. Like, this is his mental health, man. This isn't necessarily a guy just being a dick. But for all I know, imagine if the guy wasn't bipolar because he's famous and there's...
But that's the problem. It's because of the way he acts. But everything you just said is literally bang on.
That's my
is that
point.
you wanna have that...
There's an unhealthy obsession.
Yeah, you want to see the
thing,
human
man.
in them. You want to see the human in him and be like, he's bipolar. He's put on this like pedestal where everyone's watching him, and he is I genuinely think he's a modern day genius. I think in years 100%. To come, his whole thing and what he's done is incredible. Like whether 100%. Obviously along the way he's fucked up, but who hasn't? Like, do you know what I mean? All of the greatest minds have done weird things and done messed up things. So I find it really hard with him to find the line of where he's human, like, so he has bipolar, he has a mental condition and all of this stuff, and you're like, I completely understand that. I want to be conscious of that, but on the same token, you're saying a lot of very crazy stuff at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't dive into too much what was said, but I know he mentioned about he almost killed his daughter from abortion. So there's like certain things you don't mention in public, man. There's like, you don't touch on...
It's him crying on stage saying it as well.
Yeah, but I don't see any issue with crying. Like, there's certain things you don't touch on. There's religion. There's obviously sexuality, and I can't think of the other one.
I live my life by three sole things.
Yeah.
Religion, sexuality, and the last one I don't know.
There's a third somewhere. I would have found the third if I wasn't drinking Morgans, honestly, I promise you.
That was ready to be such a deep moment.
It was gonna be so special, man. But
carry on.
Fuck yeah, let me find my trail of thought again. But
you were talking about him saying that he was nearly aborted.
Yeah, sorry. So, like, I think there's a stigma with guys crying, man, and I don't think it should necessarily be like, oh, this guy's fucking crying, what a mess, rah, rah, rah. And I know that's not what you're saying, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but I think...
he's mentally not well as it is, yeah? And he's fucking clearly passionate about everything that he puts his stamp on, especially this, because his emotions are heightened to fucking 110%, so...
Yeah, but what I mean is, but him crying isn't a problem, but being out of control of your emotions... that's the problem. Yeah, that's what I mean. And I just think that I love Kanye West. I think that he acts up, he does all this crazy stuff, and it's heartbreaking. And I don't like seeing it personally, because I grew up knowing him as the confident guy who,
of course,
backed himself among against everything. Like when no one wanted him to be a rapper, he managed to become a rapper.
Like for me personally, like I think probably 90% of people would have kind of encountered mental health, whether it was them personally or friends, family, or whatever, man. So obviously encountered it myself. I understand that the reason why I'm not like, oh, Kanye, like, nah, he's not the same guy anymore, is because people go through shit, man. It's as simple as that. Whether you're a celebrity, a normal person, it's bound to happen. And like I said, he's under the spotlight, so these things are heightened, man. So, like, it's funny we're here, like, talking about this. Obviously, no one... like, if his fucking stature is going to hear about it, so it's kind of like crazy, because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors with him and like his relationships with family, friends.
But I think that's the problem. I think I spoke about this the other week, where I was saying when you're a celebrity or you're in the spotlight,
people don't know what's really going on.
People don't know what's going on, and it's tough, man. It's tough.